Question: should you sit around and worry and worry and worry some more about money? Back in a minute. Good morning, good morning. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I love, love, love helping other people to keep some more of their own hard-earned money. How you doing today? As always, I hope that this audio video finds everybody doing well. Yes, I do. I really hope so. I had a very, very close friend of mine, dear friend, actually my best friend that I ever had. She was really one of the nicest people on planet Earth. A little bit older than me, 16 years older than me. There was a little bit of an age gap, but she was kind of like let's say my older sister. Not quite a mom, but an older sister figure. But more importantly, she was like really and truly my best friend. We got along so well. We were like always on the same mental level playing field. We had great life philosophies, and it was just a pleasure to know my friend, and I really, really miss her so much. She did have a little bit of a problem, maybe could have been considered what some people call a hoarder. And, we mentioned this on previous videos, and, it's really, that's a problem, but that's a separate show, and I could talk about that at another time. Today, I'd like to honor her. It's been a while since I've ever seen her because, unfortunately, God called her home a while back, but I do think of her often. One of the biggest things that where we parted company was from this. Well, we both had financial concerns, like the average person would have financial concerns. In the case of my best friend, she took concern to the next level. I mean, to the point of where she was like totally anxious. And I mean anxious about every little thing she spent. I remember her telling me that she would get her nights and days mixed up and her sleep pattern was thrown off, which is never a good thing. Even for temporary, it's not a good thing. And in her case, it became a chronic thing where my friend would be up all night long figuring out when CDs would be coming due and interest rates and I mean, she did this all night long, all the time. I would try, beg her, please, stop worrying so much. You have a solid plan ahead. You have your wonderful husband. And, I kept trying to point out all the good things she was doing because here's my philosophy. And I hope anyone listening to this that has financial concerns to the umpteenth level, which maybe it shouldn't be. Anything, first of all, let me make something perfectly clear. Anything done in excessivity, anything done in excessiveness is out of balance. And when things are out of balance, that's when things start getting wobbly and into like a troublesome way. So this was going on, and just sleepless nights kept continuing. Honestly, I really think it brought down her health. I really do think that this constant, of course, there goes the bird clock. I really do think that that constant worry brought down my friend's health. And the sad part is she had solid financial plans in place. You see, here's the thing, and here's the key. Okay. No matter what we do, no matter what great plans we make, at some point, we have to trust. We have to trust. First of all, well, my trust comes from my faith. Okay. So I happen to be a person of faith. So for me, my effort and energy went and goes into my faith. And because of that, I think I have an easier time with it. Where I am not quite sure, I can't identify it for certainty, but I'm not quite sure where my friend stood with her faith. Only that was between her and God. That's the way I look at that. But at some point, you have to trust the process. Either the thing that you plan on will happen, or the thing you plan on will not happen. But here's the great news. Even if the thing that you planned on doesn't happen, you could go back, readjust it, fix it, And maybe some new plan might make it happen, or get to the point of acceptance. Well, okay, that thing didn't happen. And guess what? The earth is still here. The sun still shines in the morning. The moon will rise at night. See, this is where, like I said, this is where we kind of parted company mentally, in our mental direction of being able to let things go. Where my friend, I think she just took it so badly, everything overtly too much concern. Let me ask a question. Is there something wrong with this picture to be that extreme? And of course, the answer is, of course, yes. Anything like that in excessivity is just not a good thing. So here's my bit of really just friendly, not advice, a suggestion, encouragement. If you find yourself overtly anxious about some things, take heart. Dig deep into the well of your personal faith first. Put your effort into your personal belief system, and then you take it from there. Because as much planning as you can do, and things that you could try to save money, to keep money, to watch your budget. Some people don't believe in budget, and that's totally okay, because if that is what's working for them, great, congratulations. Some people prefer to have that little bit of a roadmap. I'm one of them. So for myself, there is no right or wrong. The right is what works for you. There has to be a point at some point in a person's life where they have to take a stronghold and make a decision, because all that anxiety, it's going to drag you down. You're going to lose sleep at night. The world is not going to feel as good as it really could feel. And that's not a great thing. So, lesson learned, and my friend was the example lesson. I always had a bad feeling about her overtly concerned about things. And honestly, I think it took her down. I really, really do. That's just my opinion. It's not a fact. It is just my opinion. And that's just the way it is. So ask yourself, do you get like too overtly concerned about certain things in the financials? Yes. Make your plans. Yes. Certainly take action. Take action where you could. But at some point in between, after taking that action, after making those plans, at some point, live your life. Because after all, what are we doing all this for? What are we doing all this saving and saving and worrying, concern and concern? If we're not going to, at some point, live our life, I say this: we should live our life, and yes, make plans. And yes, don't spend the rest of our life just sitting around making plans. At some point, live your life. Does that sound strange? Let me know how you feel about all this in the comments section below. Do you know of anyone who maybe, without using anyone's name, that could be, like worrying way too much? It's really not a good thing. Or could that even be yourself? Who knows? I know this. We can make plans, and sometimes plans change, and sometimes we have to adjust our plans. And at the end of the day, that's really all that is. Always be open to the possibility that we might have to adjust our plans. And once we do that, and once we put our faith where it belongs, in my honest opinion, this will take away a lot of the stress. We don't need extra stress. There you go. Live your life, be a happy person, and put everything, all your ducks, line them up in a row, and you'll be shocked and amazed at what a difference all of that could make. All right, listen, I'm just wondering something. If you found any value in this video at all, even if it was just for a few minutes of entertainment, thank you for smashing down the like button like this. For more messages like this, kindly click on the subscribe button, and don't forget to press the notification bell, because sometimes I come up randomly, not just at 5 a.m., and you don't want to miss it. There you go. Have a great day, everybody. Take good care of yourself and your wonderful families. Bye bye.